Hello everyone, and welcome to the first regular review of 2020. And here, we're going to dig into the 1938 comedy, Having Wonderful Time, starring Ginger Rogers and Douglas Fairbanks Jr. Now in this movie, Ginger Rogers plays Teddy Shaw, a typist who has been looking forward to a 2-week vacation at Camp Carefree. She is very much looking forward to the peace and quiet, away from her family, most of whom are trying to push her back together with her ex-boyfriend, Emil Obeidi, as played by Jack Carson. Now, as she is taken to the camp, she meets one of the camp's employees, Chick Kirkland, Douglas Fairbanks Jr., who angers her when he drops her luggage, and instantly the two are both angry with each other. However, she defends him when he gets in trouble with his employer for something else. Soon they end up they start spending a lot of time together. However, Chick is worried about his job prospects as a lawyer and really doesn't want to propose marriage. He does suggest having sex, which sends Teddy running. She ends up going with the Maxwell Buzzy Pangwell, Lee Bowman, and spends the night at his cabin playing backgammon, first with Buzzy and then on her own when Buzzy's had enough and goes to sleep. Honestly, though, some of the best fun with this movie isn't the leads, it's some of the secondary characters. Lucille Ball as Teddy's cabin roommate, Miriam, is a hoot, as she shows some of the elements of the Lucy persona that she would become well known for. Now, she spends a good part of the movie chasing after Buzzy, who is affectionately nicknamed the character Screwball, which should give you something as a hint of a hint as to what her character is like. And then there's the other famous redhead, Red Skelton, or, as he is billed in the credits here, Richard Red Skelton, making his film debut as Itchy, the camp's social director. Now, apparently he had filmed a lot more stuff, but supposedly some of the studio bosses didn't like his type of comedy and cut a lot of it. But he still does get two main moments here, though, where he demonstrates how some people dunk their donuts in their coffee, and later, in a bit involving more physical comedy, shows how some people will go up or down a set of stairs at the camp. Now, those bits and some other moments are still enough to show his brand of comedy and hinted how he would become a big star in his own right. Now, there are some other familiar faces here like Eve Arden, but they don't really get the chance to show off what they could do. Now, the movie is based on a 1937 play of the same name, written by Arthur Kober, who also did the screenplay for the movie. Apparently, the play differed in that the characters were a lot more Jewish in nature, but the film censors wanted that aspect toned down and made more relatable for audiences. Personally, I do think that this movie does have a charm of its own. I'll admit the relationship between the two leads is probably one of the weaker aspects of the movie. Now, on their own, both actors work well enough in this movie, but the chemistry just doesn't quite seem to be there. Still, as I said before, some of the secondary characters are enough fun to make it worthwhile. And of course, the movie made use of RKO's connection to Disney at the time, since I think they distributed Disney's movies, as the song Hi Ho from Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is sung by party guests later in the film. Maybe it's a little overused, but it's still fun. Now, I do enjoy this movie, and I would definitely still recommend giving it a try. The movie is available on DVD from Warner Archive Collection and is 1 hour and 10 minutes in length. Well, that's all I have to say on this one, everybody. Thanks for listening, and I hope you'll still keep coming back for more.